Good morning, children. Sai Ram. How are you all? Hope you all are doing well. So let's begin today's class. In the previous class, we studied about habitat in aquatic animals or aquatic plants. In that, we studied about fully submerged plants, half submerged plants, and top submerged plants. Different types of animals that are living on land as well as this water. Now in today's class, we'll study about different types of living organisms. We'll study about different characteristics of living organism. So first of all, we know that they require food. As we all know, living things require food. They grow in size. All living organisms breathe in, respire. They respond to stimuli and they carry out reproduction. Movement is shown by living organism. So all these are the characteristics of living organism. Now if I'll say, do all living organisms move? No, all don't move. Trees are fixed at their places. Similarly, how, if I'll say, do all organisms respire? This they take breathe oxygen? Yes or no? All take or not? Yes, almost all take. Now can you tell me how the earthworms take oxygen? They don't have nose, so how they take oxygen? They take oxygen through their skin. So there are different modes of reproduction or this respiration for different organisms, and we'll study them in detail. About all the features, all the characteristics of organisms we'll study in detail. So let's begin. Now first of all, we'll talk about the food and nutrition. We all know food is very important for our body, and it gives what it gives? It gives energy to our body for doing different body functions in our body. First of all, living organisms need food for survival. This we all know. For survival, we need food. The food consumed by organisms provide them energy for growth and development, and for doing work. For doing any work, for even sleeping also, we require energy. So for the growth and development and for doing any work, we require food and nutrition. And each and every living organism require food for getting energy, whether they are plants, animals, microscopic animals, and insects, all require food and nutrition. Okay. Now second thing, growth. Now do all organisms show growth? Yes, almost all the organisms show growth up to an extent, up to a fixed level. As we know, human beings also, in first we are very small kids, then our size increase, and day by day we get taller. As we don't notice this thing, our height also increases and our health also increases day by day. So this is the natural phenomena for the this living organism. Animals also grows. As we all know, egg, it is initial, it is egg, then chicken comes out, then the hen becomes. Yes or no? So this is the process. Now here also in dogs and all, puppies are there, then they turns to dog. Kittens are there, they turn to cat. All living organisms grow. Growth is increase in size and volume of the body. Growth means increase in size and volume of the body. Human beings grow from babies to adult. Puppies becomes dog, kittens into cats, and small plants into big trees. So all these are the process of or the steps of growth. So we can say all the living organisms show growth. Now what about the respiration? Respiration, what is respiration? First of all, the question is, what is respiration? Respiration is the process by which energy is released from food is called respiration. So the process in which energy is released from the food is known as respiration. As we all know, we take food. Okay, we take food, and inside the body the burning process is there. So food burns with oxygen inside our body. As we take oxygen, this process of taking oxygen and releasing out carbon dioxide is known as breathing. And when we take oxygen, and that oxygen inside our body mixes with the food, and mixes with the food and break down and form energy and oxygen, that is different, that form energy, and that process is known as respiration. So what is respiration? The process by which energy is released from food is known as respiration. Means if we will not take oxygen, the process of if we will not take oxygen, the process of respiration will not occur. So is it clear? Breathing means taking of oxygen and releasing of carbon dioxide, that is breathing. And what is respiration? Breaking down of breaking down of food with the help of oxygen to form energy, that is respiration. So these two are different terms, don't mix them. We can say breathing is a part of respiration only. Now this energy is utilized by living organisms for doing various activities, and this energy that is released during the process of respiration is used by organisms for doing different types of activities. Now let's talk about breathing also. First of all, this one, the oxygen required for respiration is obtained from the air inhaled during the process of breathing. Process of breathing, intake of oxygen and this exhalation of carbon dioxide. So this is what breathing. In breathing, air enters our nose through the nose. Breathing is a part of respiration. Is it clear? So breathing and respiration, they are different terms. Now let's come to this one. This is earthworms breathe through their skin. Fishes have gills, and from there they take dissolved oxygen in the water. As you all know, in water oxygen is dissolved, and these fishes take oxygen from the water through their gills. Leaves can take in air through the tiny pores in them and use the oxygen. In the plants, how they take oxygen? They take oxygen from their leaves. In the leaves, small pores are there. From there, that pores oxygen comes in. And you know, the leaves take oxygen, but they provide extra energy, extra amount of oxygen as they take. If they are taking this much of oxygen, and so they will give this much of oxygen, means they are taking less and giving more output. They are taking small thing and giving us very good amount of oxygen. Okay, so we should plant more and more trees because they are providing us more. Now response to stimuli. Okay, just tell me, if you are touching a hot teapot or anything, then what will happen? If you are touching a hot tea, anything hot thing anything hot you are touching, what will happen? You will immediately withdraw your hand from that. You will do like this. Okay, with the speed you will take your hand back. Why? Because that hot thing will trigger you some hotness and your hand can burn. Okay, you will feel a instant heat and you will take your hand back from that thing. Okay, now if someone will take his or her hand close to your eye, what will happen? Your eye, this eyelid will automatically close. Yes or no? And when we sneeze, then our eyes also close automatically. Yes or no? And when the temperature of outside increases, we start feeling hot. When the temperature falls down, we start feeling cold. All this is what? This is stimuli. This is what? This is stimuli. Stimuli means the reaction, the changes that are taking place in our environment and that are affecting us, not environment, inside our body also. So we are means these changes are affecting us. So that is what? That is stimuli. Or we can say that when we feel hot, the sweat comes automatically. Yes or no? The sweat comes. Yes, this is also a stimuli. So what is a stimuli? Stimuli means stimuli. Someone says stimuli, changes in our surrounding that makes us to respond to them are called stimuli. Means any change in our environment or inside our body that make us to respond. We are responding or not? When someone is taking their hand close to our eye, we are responding. How we are responding? By closing our eyes. When we are sneezing, what we do? Our eyes blink. So this is what? This is also reaction. Yes or no? So all this is what? Stimuli. The leaves of Mimosa pudica, that is touch me not plant. Have you seen touch me not plant? So it is something like this. Its leaves are like this, and when we touch that plant, it shrink like this. Its leaf drove like this, or shrink, we can say shrink or drove. Okay, so they droop like this. Okay, and we don't, after some time they comes to their original position, and again if you will touch them, they will be like this. So this is what means that plant is responding to us, that plant is responding our touch. So with the plant, human beings, plants are also responding to stimuli. Now some flowers are also there that are responding to stimuli, means changes around us. You know, some plants that only grows at night time, that means that only blooms at the right time, and some are there that only blooms at the daytime. As we can see, jasmine flower is there that only gives fragrance at night, and the sunflower that captures the sunlight, and it always this face towards the sun. Do all sunflowers face towards the sun? No, all sunflowers don't face towards the sun. Only the non-matured one, or you can say young sunflowers, face towards the sun. Okay, and when there is no sun at night, they again face towards the east only, waiting for the sun to rise in the morning. Okay, so this is all stimuli seen of this shown by the plants. Now let's talk about the excretion. What is excretion? We know that living organisms perform different types of function, such as digestion, respiration, and in this what is released? Energy released. And in when we do some work, when some activities, or this we can say some activities are performing inside us, activities, we can say processes are there undergoing in our body. So what will produce? Waste will produce, yes or no? So in these this waste comes out, this waste comes out through our body in the form of sweat, in the form of heat, in the form of urine, and many more. So this is what this is known as respiration. So the process of removal of waste product from the body is known as excretion. So taking out the waste product or removing the waste product from the body is known as excretion. During respiration, carbon dioxide is produced as waste product. So when we respire, when we take oxygen, so what will happen? We will take oxygen, and what will be the waste product inside our body? That will be carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide will come as the waste product, and that will be come out as through the process of breathing. Now reproduction, we all know that all the living organisms reproduce, they give birth to new ones. So that is what? That is the reproduction. So let's see this one also. Now the question is, do all living organisms reproduce? Yes, all living organisms reproduce. As human beings give birth to babies, and cats to kitten, dog to puppies, and hen lay eggs, and from their egg the process of reproduction. Agar snakes also give birth to egg, they just lay egg and then it hatches and form a new snake. So what is reproduction? The ability of living organisms to produce more individuals of their own kind. So that is what? That is reproduction. Plants reproduce through seeds. Generally most of the plants reproduce through the seeds. Now let's come to the movement. Do all the plants move? They move or not? Yes, they move. Now first of all, just do like this. Move your fingers. You can move your fingers. Yes. You can shake your head. Yes, we can shake your head. Can we raise your hand? Yes, we can raise your hand. So this is what? This is movement. This is all what? Movement. What is movement? Any motion in the part of whole body is called movement. We are breathing. It can be internal movement or external. This we have studied in the previous 8th chapter also. Internal movement means we are taking we are taking oxygen, that is going inside our body, blood is flowing inside our body, that is all movement. We are shaking our hand, shaking our head, all this is what, this is all movement. Okay, so it is internal and external movement. Now what is locomotion? When organisms move from one place to another, when movement is taking place, but by changing the position, we are changing the position, that is what, that is locomotion. So locomotion, when organisms move from one place to another, the movement is termed as locomotion. So plants only show movement. Plants don't move from one place to another. Their seeds move, but they don't move. So plants show locomotion and sorry, plants show movement and animals show locomotion. Animals have to move from one place to another in the search of food, shelter, prey, anything. Okay, so they move from one place to another, that is locomotion, and plants stay at their position only, that is what, that is movement. So this is all about the movement and the locomotion and about this chapter. So hope you all understood, and the homework for you is you have to read the chapter thoroughly. As I'm telling you, you have to read the chapter, and after this try to solve the question answers of this chapter. Okay, fill in the blanks, question answers, try to do that also. Till then, stay safe. Sai Ram.